Every evening I'm coming out on my car and driving around my area because I don't remember even what week of quarantine we have already. I feel like I missed real racing. Right guys, just now I watched Formula E race at home challenge, and it was another interesting online race with all Formula E drivers. Yeah, it was interesting, but I don't know what's gonna happen with the Formula E Championship 2019-2020 because looks like nothing gonna happen until July. Okay guys, this is nothing personal and Formula E race at home challenge, so let's go, let's speak about it. Right guys, so as I said, it's Formula E happened this weekend on Saturday, and it was another really nice racing where this weekend drivers was racing already for the points, for the race at home challenge points. So from this race they start getting points, and it's going to be interesting to see who is the best in the simulators.
We had our test run last time out in Monaco. Now we're on the streets of Hong Kong for the first point scoring round. Stoffel Van Dorn on pole position. Pascal Wehrlein alongside him on the front row of the grid. Max Gunter's in third, Nick Cassie's fourth. Oliver Rowland is in fifth position. Verne, Freitz, Turvey, Lotterer, Evans, Jarny and Muller complete the top 12.
This weekend it wasn't a lot of moments with the overtakings and the battles, well, except Alexander Sims.
Placed and then just dropped away 5 laps ago. Didn't see what
Sims
happened.
Sorry Jack, Sims hits the wall out of turn 5. He's up to 10th though. Decent job from Alexander Sims.
Stefan Van Dorn started at P1, and something happened with him during the race, so he dropped down to P6, but then he gained a few positions, I think 1 position to P5.
So Max Gunter in the lead, Cassidy second, Wehrlein third, and Freitz in fourth, although Van Dorn's now got back up into 5th position.
Maximilian Günther, who started at P5, he moved to the P1 and he won another stay-at-home challenge race.
It's the first win in the ABB Formula E race at home challenge for Max Gunter. Punches the air, delighted with the victory.
Last weekend he won as well, this weekend again. And to be honest with you, this is it with the hot moments, you know. We even missed the moment when something happened to Stefan Van Dorn, because he had a quite good gap in the lead, but then suddenly he moved into the P6.
Where's Van Dorn gone?
Van Dorn
6th. What's
yeah.
We missed it. We missed
So Max
the
Gunter,
mistake, or
yeah.
And we missed that moment, and because it's online racing, it's not real racing, it's not filmed by the camera, so you can't see the replay instantly. You have to wait the game finished, then they can record the replay, and then maybe in the highlights they can put that moment. But I think the highlight's gonna be available only next week, or maybe end of this week. And this is it of the hot moments in this race. There was a few battles, but they wasn't that. It was interesting, but you know what? I'll tell you this way. I've been watching, and no, it's amazing. All Formula E drivers, it's brilliant, it's good. Also, they organize cameras at home as well, so when the commentator want to chat to the driver, we spectators, we can see the driver with whom now commentators chatting.
Can do in 5th position, and bit of a slide for Sebastian Buemi.
Big old slide. You see Buemi in the screen to your left catching that slide.
And it's amazing, it's amazing. But you know what? The one thing which I've been thinking, watching and thinking during this race, I was thinking, I can see that this is a game. There is no sounds of the tire squeaking. You don't see the spectators shouting and greeting and supporting their drivers. You know, you don't hear that.
Oh, Sims going for the lead.
Up the inside goes Sims, and Da Costa's locked up!
What are you doing?
They hit each other, Da Costa's in the wall, and the lead is gone! What on earth has gone on? Roger Griffiths cannot believe what he's seeing, the team principal! Mortara, and I think Alexander Sims. Keep your eyes to the right-hand side. Piquet went to the inside, Verne came across to cover it.
There's a big hit of side slap as well. That's a scary accident.
That was rubber-to-rubber contact. I had one of those, it didn't end well. And that always leads to a launch.
Damage couldn't get, and Verne behind him was just a passenger.
Well, I think that's a pretty...
Offline before the contact occurred.
Wait a second. In the racing game, they don't have attack mode activation zones.
An attack mode activating. Portuguese driver, and he's going to go side by side and just hold on. So now Da Costa is going to be on the attack. He's effectively trying to undercut Gunter here with the attack mode.
The activation mode always situated somewhere out of racing line, and it's always challenging to go through them because you might lose your position or you might gain your position. Fan boost. The same with the fan boost. No fan boost. The other thing, there is no mechanics, race control chatting to the drivers. There is no mechanics chatting to the drivers. I mean, not mechanics, teams chatting to the drivers, you know.
Jerome is driving like a maniac. He just locked up and hit Sam.
Stay cool, come out, and we're gonna discuss it.
Stay cool.
And you know what? That small bits, the Formula E in the real life, it makes it more interesting. For example, when everything's starting, you can see the drivers walking in the pits, and you can see the spectators. They can see their fans. They can see their drivers in life. You know, like here he is.
Max Gunter for the BMW I Andretti Motorsport team. Up the steps, onto the podium. Second podium of the season.
Yes, he's behind the fence, but you can see him, you know. In the racing game, there is no that feeling. It doesn't exist. Yeah, it's brilliant that Formula E drivers, they show respect to their fans, you know. They gave us a real show, real online racing, you know. And it's amazing to see racing drivers what they can do on simulators, because all the time we've been told on the TV, especially when I watched any Formula One documentary, you know, about Formula One, every time we can hear how important simulators these days in a Formula One driver's preparation, you know. Formula E drivers, they proved it. It's really important. Formula One drivers, no, they didn't. And you know what is the most amazing thing? When the guy like Max Verstappen, he's saying like, well, I'm gonna be at the back of the grid, so what's the point for me to race? I have one question. Is that means if Max, instead of your teammate, you would be moved into Toro Rosso in 2019, is that means you would leave Formula One forever? This is what you're trying to say?
Hamilton fights Gasly to the line! Gasly comes home to take second place! P2! Good job, Kim!
That's exactly why I love motorsport. For this kind of moment, it's just unbelievable.
And okay, let's speak a little bit about Formula One. With the Formula E, everything perfect. Maximilian Günther finished P1, Stefan Wandu P5, second was Verne. Verne was third. I think Norris was second. Yeah. Formula One. I am giving big respect for this weekend to Williams team. Guys, you really used this moment. You showed your best, and it's amazing. You entertain your fans. Brilliant. It was interesting for me as well to see how good George Russell, how good Nicholas Latifi, and we understand that in real life Williams team has really big problems with the car, and they're working on that problem, what is the most important. But I think Williams team don't have a problem with the drivers. In my last video about Formula One, I said if this weekend the Formula One drivers not gonna gather together in one race, I will support Williams team through the 2020. And yes, I'll do that. You know what? I want to support someone who supported their fans as well. So Williams, I am with you in 2020. Right guys, this is it for this video, and as usually, I'll see you in the next video. See ya!